Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. Today's video I'll be showing you guys some Cancer Cup battles with this new team I've created. It is the triple fire team, which includes Charizard, Arcanine, and Marowak. We will be getting a 5-0 with this team, so watch at the end because the battles are really good. With that being said, let's get on with today's video. For the first round, my opponent's first Pokemon is a Lapras. Lapras does have Water Gun as his fast move, and water types, as you guys know, are super effective against fire types. So he's going to be doing super effective damage against us, while our Dragon Breath and Dragon Claw will be doing neutral damage against him. I did decide to make a quick swap into my Arcanine. I did know that we will be able to charge up to a wild charge before we do get half health, so that does mean that we will be able to get 2 charge moves off or 2 wild charge offs, and that will be very good because it will definitely feint his Lapras. So my first wild charge will probably get a shield because I have been charging for a long time, and that still is okay because I did have to get rid of it anyway. Second wild charge does charge up right here. I do have to get excellence because I do definitely want to feint him because he does have Water Gun and it is going to be doing a lot of super effective damage against my Marowak and my Charizard. So my opponent's second Pokemon is an Ivysaur, and my opponent does make a swap out into a Raichu. I do not have Bone Club because I did accidentally switch up the charge moves and I didn't have any more charge TMs left, so I am stuck with Fire Spin, so I do not have those Bone Clubs to do super effective damage against him. I do have Shadow Bone since he is in a Alolan type Pokemon. He does have that psychic type a part of him, so my Shadow Bone will be doing super effective damage as well, but since he is very low, 1 HP left until he does faint, I do decide to go for the hard farm down. His Thunder Punch does go through because I do have 0 shields left, but I do have my Flame Wheel and Shadow Bone charged up, and as you guys know, his final Pokemon was that Venusaur, or was that Ivysaur, so I did make sure to press on that Flame Wheel. It did go through because both of us do have 0 shields left. Fire, that did do a good amount of damage due to fire types being super effective against grass types. Because of that, it does allow us to win the first round. Good game to my opponent. For the second round, my opponent's first Pokemon is a Charizard. Charizard is a fire and flying type Pokemon, and he does actually have Fire Spin as his fast move. So that is very good for us because fire types are not very effective against fire types, and my Dragon Breath and Dragon Claw are doing a huge amount of damage. We did already get him to half health, and we do get our Dragon Claw charged up. This will probably feint him from the health that he is at, but he does make a swap out into that Gyarados. My Dragon Breath and Dragon Claw will still be doing neutral damage, but that Gyarados is just going to be doing more because he does have Waterfall as his fast move, and Waterfall is a water type fast move. Water types are super effective against fire types, so he is going to be doing super effective damage against us. He does also make a swap out into his Charizard once again. I did think he was trying to go for the hard farm down, but I do think that Dragon Breath plus Dragon Claw is way more dominant in the Cancer Cup because the stats for these Pokemon aren't that high, so Dragon Breath is going to be doing a lot of damage. His Charizard does end up fainting my own Charizard, so I do make a swap out into my own Alolan Marowak. I do get a good farm down on him, at least like 1 or 2 hits, and my opponent's final Pokemon is an Ivysaur. So as you guys can already tell, my Fire Spin for my Marowak is just doing a lot of damage, and because of that, it does allow us to win the second round. Good game to my opponent. For the third round, my opponent's first Pokemon is an Alolan Muk. Alolan Muk is a dark and poison type Pokemon, and we are going to be doing a lot of neutral damage. And once again, my Charizard will probably be winning this one-on-one because the Pokemon in the Cancer Cups are not, the stats for these Pokemon are not fully charged up like with max CP in the Master League. This is why people sometimes stop using Dragonite in the Master League, because Dragon Breath just gets weaker against most Pokemon in the Master League. So I do get the first faints on the Alolan Muk. I did have to use a shield, but we did get plenty of energy off. This Dragon Breath will probably get a shield as well, because it may get a shield because his second Pokemon was actually an Alolan Muk. We do have to watch out for those Shadow Balls and Shadow Bones. My second Dragon Ball does charge up right here, and I do also have to watch out for those shield baits for those bone clubs. But if I do get a shield off, nope, I still did not get a shield off. He does have 2 shields left, but I can make a swap out into my Arcanine and get a good farm down. My Arcanine, as you guys know, does have Snarl as his fast move. Snarl is a dark type fast move, and dark types will be doing super effective damage against ghost types. So he didn't fully faint my Charizard yet. He was very low, almost 1 HP. He does Bone Club us out, so he does have probably extra energy, but he does not throw it fast enough on my Arcanine, so we do get a good farm down. My opponent's final Pokemon is a Hypno, and we do have such good counters for that because my Arcanine is going to be doing super effective damage with our Snarls, and my Alolan Muk does actually have Shadow Bone and Fire Spin. So in that situation, if I do make a swap out into my Marowak, I do have to throw in those Shadow Bones due to Ghost types being super effective against Psychic types. But I do also have to watch out for my opponent's charge moves because it is still not a guaranteed win due to Hypno having Shadow Ball. Since we did have that 1 shield left and he is very low, I do have those Wild Charges charged up for my Arcanine. It does allow us to win the 3rd round. Good game to our opponent. Alrighty guys, for the 4th round, my opponent's first Pokemon is a Shadow Machamp. So I do know that Charizard will always win this one-on-one or Charizard with Dragon Breath does actually win this one, as long as you do know which charge moves is he going to throw. You guys will be able to know this if you guys do play a lot of Battle League. It'll just come to mind because I do know that right here, he does get Rock Slide off at half health or a little bit below half health. Anything before that is actually a cross chop, and he did go for a very nice shield bait on the first one because he was basically half health. I did think that he did just get an extra hit, but that was my mistake because he actually didn't, and he was just shield baiting with those cross chops. So my opponent's second Pokemon is a Poliwrath, and Poliwrath does have Bubble as his fast move. I usually see Mud Shots as the fast moves, but Bubble is just way stronger than Mud Shot, so he is going to be doing a big amount of damage on my Alolan Muk. It's a water type being super effective against fire types, so he's going to be doing super effective damage. I do not have to shield here because from my own experience, I do know that Poliwrath usually tends to have either Ice Punch, Dynamic Punch, or Power Up Punch, and because of that I do not have to shield any of those because all of those will be doing not very effective damage due to fighting types being not very effective against ghost types and ice types being not very effective against fire types. So I did decide to make a swap out into my Arcanine and get a good farm down to get ahead on energy because those wild charges are going to be the one that's going to demolish his whole team. And since he does have 0 shields left, or right after I throw in 1 wild charge, he will be having 0 shields left, and I could probably be able to go for the farm down on his Lapras. And as you guys know, wild charge does also give you, not your opponent, but you a huge defense debuff on your Pokemon. But I do think that it is worth it because it can be used as a very strong finisher, and it will ultimately sometimes win you the match. My opponent does have his Charizard charged up. I do know that this is probably going to be a Surf. He wouldn't have gone for the Ice Beam because it does cost more energy and it is going to be doing not very effective damage. I did decide to go for the farm down here, and he reveals his final Pokemon, which is once again that Poliwrath. I do have my Shadow Bone charged up. We will be going to be doing a lot of neutral damage against him, and because of that, it does allow us to win the 4th round. Good game to our opponent. Alright guys, so that will be the end of today's video. If you guys did enjoy, please consider dropping a like, subscribing, and turn notifications on. It will really help the channel a lot because we are on the go to 100 subscribers. Comment down below what you guys think of this Triple Fire team and if you guys are going to be utilizing them in the Kanto Cup. Once again, please consider dropping a like, subscribing, and turn notifications on. And with that being said, I'll see you guys on the next video.